this video, I'm going to be going over some gift ideas for the gardener. Now, these gift ideas were compiled in a few different ways. Number one, they're things that I have been using and love for at least 1 or more years. Second, last week I put out a question on Instagram, Facebook, and here on the YouTube community page, and just asked what gifts you were hoping to receive this year, or what's the best gardening gift you've ever gotten. And we got a lot of responses, and we've got a lot of overlapping responses. And so those things that were mentioned multiple times, if I hadn't really heard of them or thought of them myself, I did some research and kind of put together some of those in this list, as well as things that, there's a few things that are on my wish list this year. In this video today, in addition to the gift ideas, I'm going to be talking about big discounts for things and giveaways. We've got some great giveaways. One we've got going on from Viper Spectra that I filled you in on just a few days ago, actually. Just started for our viewers only. Another one we're doing today, we're going to give away six Neptune's Harvest products, which so many of you and me love. And then also, I'm going to tell you about a way where you can win $500 cash. So I'm going to just start off with some overall great gift ideas for the gardener, things that I've been using and love. First of all is seeds. Now, you may not know what exact seeds someone wants, and so you can go to a company like Park Seed. I use Park Seed and Baker Creek. Those are probably the biggest ones that I use most often. Baker Creek, for some reason, does not have gift certificates or gift cards. I don't know why. Baker Creek, I think you need to do that. And I'm not affiliated with Baker Creek or Park Seed, but I do like them. Park Seed does have gift certificates, and they both have free catalogs. So a great gift idea would be maybe a Park Seed catalog for free with a gift card. Now, speaking of catalogs, Baker Creek has the whole seed catalog. I think it's about $10, but it's really worth it because every year it's got all the new things. It's got every seed they carry, and a lot of stories behind the seeds. You know, heirlooms a lot of times have stories with them. So it's a very entertaining book to read on a cold winter day. While we're talking about seeds, seed storage was a popular gift idea. Now, last year I showed you some photo albums that I was using to store my seeds. And while I did love those, I found something, actually, one of your suggestions, that I like even better. And that is these are photo cases. It's one big case, but then it's got all these smaller cases that are perfect for seed packets. And so you could file each, and I have to label these because you have to look through all of them to see what you want. So these are greens, flowers to attract pollinators. So everything has its own box, and they all fit nicely in this weatherproof case. So I think that is a really great idea. I love it. And just to let you know, all the things I'm talking about are linked on my website. So if you go to my website, right there on the home page is going to be gift ideas for the gardener. Now, just to let you know, all the links, well, the Amazon links at least, are my affiliate links. And so I do receive a tiny little kickback from Amazon for those links. So if you want to support the channel and not spend any more money doing so, that's a great way to do it. The next item that I love, that I think is an absolute necessity, especially if you live in a cold climate where you're starting things indoors, is a heat mat, a seedling mat with a thermostat. Thermostats are really important on a seed mat because you can sometimes cook your seeds if you don't know what the temperature actually is. Moving right along in the seed theme would be grow lights. Now, you all know that I love Viper Spectra, and I know that you guys, a lot of you love Viper Spectra. We love that they have a great product and that they're very generous with their giveaways. Like I said, we're already in the middle of a giveaway right now. So if you haven't heard about it, I'll put the details down below. But right now we're giving away a Viper Spectra Professional Grow Light. And they've got tons of discounts They have a 5% Next Level Gardening discount, but they also have a bunch of discounts going on right now. Early Black Friday, and Cyber Monday. It's basically from now until, I don't know, well into December. I'll put all those links below. The giveaway is open to US, Canada, Australia, Europe, and the UK. So it's quite a large range for the giveaway, something we're not able to normally do. The next item is my Felcos. I will never be without these, and fortunately, because they last forever, I won't have to be. I've gone through a lot of hand pruners in my life. A lot of them I got at Walmart or wherever for $5, $10, and they lasted a couple of years at best. I got a message from someone the other day who took my advice last year when I recommended these, and she said it literally changed her life. What's great about them is all the parts are individual. So if you ever have an issue with a blade, with this little springy deal right here, they're all, you can order separate pieces to replace them. They clean up like amazingly well. Rust, sap, all of that just cleans right off of these. So they're not cheap, $50-$60, but when you consider they will last you a lifetime, and they are so sharp. I mean, you can put a huge branch in here and just chop right through it. Another thing I tried for the first time this year was a birdie's bed. I absolutely loved the birdie's bed, and I know a lot of you do as well. Unfortunately, due to some issues that we had with our movers, the bed got left at our old house. So I will be reordering once I figure out kind of the layout of things for next year. But right now, we've got a 5% off discount for all of you on the website. Again, the link is below. The next item I know I love. I've used it for longer than I've actually been partnered with them. And I know that since I've been partnered with them, hundreds of you guys have used them as well and love it. And that is Neptune's Harvest fertilizer products. Now, we do have a 5% discount and free shipping for the continental United States. And if you stick around, we have some great giveaways at the end of this video. Now, the next item I'm very partial to because it is the one product that is mine and we sell directly from our website, and that is our tomato hooks. Now, I can include them here because you guys know I love them, and because last year, or this year, sales were through the roof. I don't know how many thousands we've actually sold of these, but lots of thousands, probably 25 to 30,000, just doing the math quickly in my head. And I've gotten such good responses from you. And if you don't know what this is, I'm going to link a video down below that shows exactly how these are used. But basically, by using these tomato hooks in such a way where you will extend your season of growth, you will have more tomatoes, better growth, less disease, all from this little guy. This is a must-have. If you don't have them already, think about it. Visit the link below and find out exactly how to use these to really increase your harvest. For those of you who have used them, if you could comment down below on your experience, I'd appreciate it. The next item that I've gotten a lot of use out of is a drill auger. Now, this is great for planting bulbs, for planting transplants, for planting, if you get the larger drill augers, you can plant even up to a gallon-sized pot size. Basically, it hooks to your drill, drills down into the soil, and makes whatever kind of hole you want to make that's perfect for whatever you're planting. You don't have to use a shovel, a trowel, or anything. So those are some of the things that I have talked about and have used for years. There were a few things that I had never even thought of that you guys mentioned in, like I said, I put out a questionnaire, and one of them was a kneeling pad with handles. And so I looked around to find one that had great reviews, would have had everything that I'm looking for in something like that, because, yeah, let's face it, every year it gets a little harder to get off the ground. So I put a link to one that I found on my website, and hopefully you guys like it. You don't have to use that one if you find another one you like. Last year I did include a HOD, or a harvest basket, in my must-have gift guide, and same this year. Now, if you're not a basket person, a lot of you also were asking for a rue apron. And this is an apron that can carry garden tools, or you can put your harvest in it. And another thing that I've never tried, but I feel like I'm the only YouTube gardener that hasn't tried it, is a green stalk planting system. And this is basically a stackable system that has an internal automatic watering system built right in. Let me know down below if you've tried that and what you think. But a lot of you did ask for that to be included in this list, so there it is. Now, I do have 3 things included that were on some of your wish lists, but they are definitely on my wish list this year. Number 1 is a hori hori, and that is a Japanese style. It does a lot of things, actually. It's a multi-purpose tool. It's a knife, it's a saw, it's a shovel, like a trowel. It's a measuring device for finding out how deep you're actually planting something. It's a very useful tool that I'm looking forward to getting, and that a lot of you had on your list as well. Another thing I'm really hoping for is a dehydrator. I hope in my brand new, much bigger garden, I'm going to have a lot more food to preserve this year. And one of the ways to do that is to dehydrate. And then the last item that I want is a gorilla cart. Now, they have a ton of different kinds of gorilla carts. They're made with all types of materials, plastic, metal. All of them have one thing in common. They're very durable. They've got nice big wheels so they can roll over whatever type of terrain you've got, whether it be nice gravel paths like I had at my old garden, or hills of dirt and gopher mounds like I have at my new one. They also have ones that are electric, so they're kind of like self-propelled. They have ones that dump, so if you're putting compost in them. So I'm just going to link to one of the most popular ones, but you can look around on Amazon and see all the different choices that they have. Okay, we talked about the giveaway from Viper Spectra. We also have another giveaway, and that is from Neptune's Harvest. Now, the 3 products that I use from Neptune's Harvest the most are the tomato and veg formula, the kelp meal, and the crab and lobster shell. The tomato and veg formula, we're giving 2 of these away, 2-gallon size tomato and veg. Now, what this has in it is not only does it have the hydrolyzed fish and seaweed like they have in their fish and seaweed product. And one thing about hydrolyzed fish that maybe some of you don't know, if you've ever tried fish emulsion fertilizer and smelled it for days and swore off using it, even though they work pretty well, hydrolyzed is different. Yes, it has a scent to it, like all organic fertilizers, but it does not have that strong fishy smell, and it also dissipates very quickly. When I had the seedlings in the house under the grow light, I used it, half strength, and there was a scent for maybe 10 minutes, and then it was gone. So other than the fish and seaweed, though, the tomato and veg formula has 3 ingredients in it that set it apart from everything else. Number 1, it's got molasses. Now, I have used molasses longer than I've used Neptune's Harvest. Molasses has a lot of, it's a good natural source of potassium, which if you're growing any type of fruit and vegetable, it needs potassium, especially tomatoes. There's a lot of sugars in molasses, and the sugars actually go into the soil and they feed all of the beneficial microbes and organisms that help your plants to thrive. Those microorganisms are responsible for helping your plant draw in the fertilizer that you're putting into the soil. So the more microbes you have, the more fertilizer your plant can take up into its system. And the more microbes you have in the soil, the more plants you can fit in a smaller area. The second special ingredient that it has in it are humates. We're always talking about how great compost is for building the soil and the soil life. And the blacker the compost, the better it is. The blackness of the compost are basically the humates. And so this has taken the humates out. If you've ever heard of like compost tea and the benefits of compost tea, this is that, the humates. And then the third special ingredient is a yucca extract. Yucca extract is a natural wetting agent. And what that does is it goes into the soil and it helps the soil hold on to moisture. Now that's really important for things like peppers, tomatoes, things that you might get blossom end rot. If you've ever gotten that black end on your tomato, that's blossom end rot. Mostly that's because of uneven watering. So what yucca extract does is it goes deep into the soil and it holds on to moisture so the roots can access it over a longer period of time. So not only will that help with blossom end rot, but if you've ever had your fruit crack and split, that is uneven moisture as well. And so this will help cut down on that too. It also helps moisture and nutrients penetrate deeper into the soil. Okay, so we're giving away 2 of these. We're also giving away 2 of the kelp meal and 2 of the crab and lobster shell. I use both those at planting time, right in the root zone of my plant. Just sprinkle some and mix it in. Basically because the kelp's got over 70 essential trace elements in it that you can't find in a lot of other places, especially in one thing. And the crab and lobster, they're both a great source of balance, used together, a great NPK. But the crab and lobster shell, the way it is kind of mixed in there, blended up, you can see teeny tiny little granules, and you can actually see larger pieces that you can make out parts of the crab shell and everything in between. And what that does is it allows it to be a slow release fertilizer over a long period of time. The smaller particles start to disintegrate first and feed your plant that way, all the way up to the largest particles, which take longer. So Neptune's Harvest is generously giving away 2 of each of these products. So here's how you enter. Number 1, like this video and comment on it. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel, to my new channel, Next Level Homestead, and to Neptune's Harvest YouTube channel. All the details and links for that are down below in the video description. Now this giveaway, unfortunately, due to shipping costs, it does cost quite a bit to ship these heavy gallon-sized containers, is in the continental US only. Okay, last but not least, Viper Spectra is celebrating their 10th anniversary, and in doing so, they are giving away $1,000 in prizes. The top prize is $500. If you want the details, there's several ways that you can enter through many different social media platforms. So I'm going to give you that link below, and then you can enter, I guess, as many times as you want through the different platforms that you have. I hope you enjoyed this video. If I've missed anything, any gift ideas that you're thinking of, please leave them down in the comments. For those of you in the United States, have a happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you guys next time.